What's up, guys? Pilot 83 here. What y'all just saw there was the first surprise brief teaser of Concorde by DC Designs in action. And what a amazing view and just job well done by DC Designs. DC Designs, we love you, man. Great work. Keep working at it, man. You're killing it. And just, man, the sounds. It gave me chills seeing that plane fly again. But he gave us also a Friday news update and some more pictures. So let me get that out the way real quick. It says, much progress once again this week aboard Concorde's flight deck. Much of the work has continued to be focused on instruments and systems coding, trying to get everything working as close as possible to the way it did aboard the real aircraft. All Annunciator lights are now active, either under specific systems-oriented code or under the control of the flight test switch until their full code is ready. The pilot's instruments are now fully operational, with the first officer instruments to follow, leaving just the engineer panel remaining. Some instruments are working there, but most gauge needles are still need to be animated. Codenamed Jack has also worked out how to simulate the Concorde's 13 fuel tanks using the Sims 8, so that this will also increase the realism of the flight operations. Good job. I know he's always a big help with DC Designs. One interesting fact about Concorde was how the fuselage stretched almost 2 feet when at Mach 2 due to the heat from friction caused by slicing through the atmosphere faster than a rifle bullet. Famously, on her last flight, the captain of one Concorde took off his cap at Mach 2 and pushed it into a gap that always formed in the cockpit during supersonic flight, which closed up again when they slowed down to land, forever trapping his cap in place. So I actually got a picture in my last Concorde update video of that actual picture that he's referring to. Concorde fans will be delighted to know that the stretching has now been replicated in DC Designs Concorde. The supersonic stretch can be seen in the increasing size of the same gap where the captain left his cap, between the engineer's panel and the rear wall of the cockpit. Images of the stretch can be seen in this week's screenshots. It's another one of those unique Concorde features that I've been very keen to add, and we're very glad that you did, Dane. It says the reason I've been able to take a screenshot of the feature is that in the fastest test flight yet, Concorde reached Mach 1.78 at 44,000 feet less than an hour after taking off with a full fuel load. At that point in the flight, she was still too heavy with fuel to go any higher or faster. A genuine feature of the real Concorde. Concorde will now reach Mach 2 as more fuel is burned off. The flight model continues to be improved as we get closer to the fairly narrow spectrum in which Concorde operated. The new Sim fuel system is now responsible for the transfer of fuel between the stability tanks that control Concorde's pitch, trim, when supersonic, replacing the older event code that created in FSX and Prepared 3D, and also will be linked into a slightly more complex fuel management system. However, I will not be looking to replicate full complexity here. In order to keep Concorde as accessible to newcomers as possible, a certain level of automation will also be present in terms of fuel control if required by the user. I am hoping that if all goes between now and the end of the month, I will then be able to turn attention to improving the exterior model detail, also adding the passenger cabin, a few bottles of champagne, and some suitably upper-class passengers may also find their way into the model during this process. That'd be super cool. Exterior detail plans include all loading doors, mini XX panels, interactive refuel, and ground power panels. And of course, more decals, weathering, and general enhancements. Enhancements already in place include low pressure vapor on the wing leading edges, wing tip contrails, engine smoke, landing light effects, and of course high altitude exhaust contrails. So guys, all really good news with the Concorde. We're super excited. He also added in one little last thing here. It says, in other news, the F-14 Tomcats are almost ready to be compiled for their update and are awaiting the sound upgrade before being distributed. This won't happen for a few weeks as sim acoustics are as busy as ever, so I will continue to work on the F-15 Eagles updates in the meantime so that they're ready to go when the sounds are ready. And he says that's it. Happy Friday. So guys, awesome stuff here. awesome stuff here. Look at these images here I'm about to show you. Super cool stuff. So I'm gonna just let y'all take those all in for a minute, and then we'll end on that beautiful note. Great job, DC Designs. Great job, Dane. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you like this video and you feel like I earned your subscription, please hit that subscribe button and that like button so you don't miss out. Until next time, guys, see you in the air.